What's up, guys? Want to come to you with a redo of my Phoenix Squad video, just going through how to use them in territory battles. Now, I have been making a series of videos specifically designed to show the least amount of gear you need to invest in your guys in order to be able to do incredibly well on territory battles, because let's face it, gear is at a premium, specifically Carbonti. So let me walk you through the guys that I will be using on my squad here. Chopper, as you can see, gear 8. Kanan gear 8. Zeb gear 8. Hera at gear 10. Now, I got her there just as a backstop because if she goes down, everything falls apart. And the most important thing that she has is her leadership ability, where all the Phoenix members share their uniques with one another, not to mention that her backup plan is incredibly useful. And then Ezra also at gear 10. I will probably take him to 12. He is actually incredibly useful, whether it's in arena, heroic tank, Rancor, territory battles, galactic war, whatever. I mean, he's actually just a good character in general, and their ships are also really good. And keep in mind that gearing up your Phoenix will help you with 3 very important events. Number 1, with the Thrawn event, and at these levels you can easily complete the Thrawn event. And number 2, the Chimera ship event, and Chimera is ridiculous. He is the CLS of ships. Just, yeah, he's very, very strong. And then, of course, lastly is the Palpatine event. Having your Phoenix squad geared up, all it requires is rebels, and they fit that bill. So Resistance is still the king of the game right now. They are just incredibly overpowered in all areas except for arena. But frankly, there's a lot of people who can be very successful on offense using them. So, I put that caveat on there tentatively, but for every other phase of the game, they are actually the best. But with this squad, you can very easily do well all the way through phase 5 of territory battles. Actually, one other thing here. You'll want to get their uniques omega'd. The squad that I'm going to be using will have Chopper instead of Sabine, and here's why. With Chopper's unique, at the start of every member's turn, because again, they're shared, the Phoenix members will recover 15% of their max health, and in addition, when they are damaged by an attack, they will gain protection up 15% if they don't have it already. In addition, Chopper, and this is the one part that's just applied to him, has a 30% chance to assist whenever anybody uses an ability. So having Chopper on your squad means that anytime somebody gets a turn, they get 15% health. Anytime they get attacked, they're going to get 15% protection. That is the key to making them survivable at lower gear levels. So I'm going to show these in stages here, going through territory battles. What's more, just for what it's worth, I was trying to just fill some time and use them on phase 1 of the heroic tank against Grievous and the droids at the very end, just to try and get into phase 2 so I could use my phase 2 squads as I was trying to solo. What I found was that if they actually had a little bit more damage, they are not only amazing on phase 1, they are amazing for the HAT period, especially if they've got a little gear on them. But anyways, you hear our puppy in the background going crazy. Yes, thank you very much, PJ. Be quiet. Okay, so we're just going to use attacks. Don't really have much to worry about here. One thing you'll notice, and you just saw it there, when Hera attacks the enemy with the greatest amount of health, they will become exposed. That is incredibly useful. So just keep that in mind. A lot of times I see people in these videos only using Hera's call to assist, and that's a great ability. But yeah, the whole attack the person with the highest health and getting them exposed, especially since Chopper just loves to call and assist, that is really fantastic. One other thing that I see people missing, if you look at Ezra's ability, if he calls a support member like Hera, for example, she's going to get 30% turn meter. If she calls a tank, they get protection up for 2 turns. So as you're going through this, if your guys are getting weak, if you can see one of your guys is about to get toasted, having Ezra be one of your fastest members is a great way to take care of your squad. If you looks like somebody's going to get wiped out, call Hera to assist. Then she can put you'll speed her up, give her turn meter, and she can put the backup plan on, more than likely Kanan or Chopper, who are about to die. If one of your tanks is about to die and you've used that, let's watch it here. Again, you can see they got protection up. So just keep in mind their kit. If you use it properly, this squad should be very easy to clear territory battles just at gear 8. Now, ultimately speaking, I will probably get the guys on my squad that are just at gear 8 up to gear 9, only because survivability. That is the only time, if I'm going against, really in the earlier phases it doesn't matter, but in the latter phases, if I'm going up against a bunch of the elite stormtroopers, the ones that counter everything and call everyone and their mother to assist, it is very useful to be able to have a little more survivability, because I mean, even in the couple of times I haven't completely finished it, it's come really, really close. So there you go. That's it. Again, Sabine is great. The biggest issue with this squad is DPS is very, very low outside of Ezra, and to a lesser extent Hera. Just Chopper, Kanan, and Zeb do not hit very hard at these gear levels, but that's okay. The most important thing is just making sure you survive to the end of the attack. If you can do that, all will be well. So I'll continue running them and building this video out so you guys can see how I use them, and hopefully it'll help.